Today we will talk about motivation, what it is, what role it plays in addiction, and why it's not enough to quit your addiction. It's necessary, spoiler alert, part of it is necessary, but it's not enough. So have you ever had this experience that you got strongly motivated after some kind of negative experience, usually related to your addiction, whether you woke up really hangover, you really embarrassed, feeling guilty, feeling shameful, you did something god awful last night. Maybe you did irreparable damage to your relationship or got in a car crash or whatever. Maybe you gambled all night and woke up seeing just zeros on your bank account. Maybe you just feel this slight tingling sense of guilt in the morning when you have been smoking weed for the past month and think like, maybe I should change my life somehow. So you get motivated by this negative energy, by this negative experience to quit. You promise to yourself in this moment, like, all right, this is it, this is enough. I feel so bad. I feel so crap. My life is going down the drains. I'm gonna quit. I'm motivated. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. And depending how awful of the experience has been, you most likely are able to abstain from your addiction for a week, for a month, maybe even a few months. But what usually happens is that motivation will start waning off. It will start getting weaker as the days go by. All of a sudden, you kind of hazily remember that, yeah, this substance or activity that I'm addicted to is kind of bad, but the thoughts start creeping in like, maybe I don't have to abstain completely. Maybe, I can allow myself a drink now and then. Maybe I can just smoke weed on the Sundays. Maybe I'll just gamble with, I don't know, 30 euros. It's not a problem. I'll just watch porn once a week. Who cares, man? It's normal. Everybody does it. So it starts snowballing from there. You do it once a week, then next thing you know it, you're doing it twice a week, and before long you are just completely back in your addiction, maybe even in a stronger way, because since you were not doing your addiction, and once you get back into it, it kind of tends to like really snowball, like you're recovering missed time with your addiction. So this is how it usually goes when you try to rely on negative emotion. And positive emotion doesn't work either. You can dream a really, really great life for yourself and try to create motivation by this way. And it's much more better than the negative motivation, don't get me wrong. But even with this positive motivation, just motivating yourself every day, visualizing, it works to a certain extent, but it also starts waning. Because both negative and positive motivation has one core issue. Motivation is essentially emotion. It's a fleeting emotional state. When you are motivated, you are feeling like strong, you are feeling great, you are feeling powerful, you are feeling like, yeah, I'm gonna do this no matter what, I'm so motivated, I'll do it. But just like any other emotion, like any other feeling state, it goes away. You have a bad night's sleep, you wake up tired, all of a sudden, not so motivated anymore. Something happens in your work, not so motivated anymore. Something, your car breaks down, frustrated, not so motivated anymore. And these little life difficulties or even big challenges start wearing the motivation off. And even if something big doesn't happen or you don't get major frustrations in your life, then time will do the trick anyways. Because none of us can stay motivated, jacked up, like pumped, like, yeah, I'm motivated throughout the day, throughout the weeks and months. It doesn't work like that. Human psychology is not meant for that. So this is why motivation, if you're trying to rely on motivation, you will always fail. You need other tools, you need structures in your life. And that's a topic for the next video. I'll talk about these. And I want to make one additional point about motivation, is that it's necessary. For some amount of time, it is necessary. You can think of motivation as a kickstart to quit your addiction, When you have this surge, this strong feeling of motivation, then it's there to give you enough power, enough determination to start the process of quitting your addiction. But if you don't use that time wisely, building structures, creating systems in your life, seeking help, figuring this stuff out, how you're actually gonna quit, then all that's gonna happen is that that motivation will wane and you will wind up back at your addiction. So this is the point that I wanted to make in this video. And if you are interested more about my coaching, about my work, then come check out my website. It's 4quadrantscoaching.com, and there you will find the method that I reverse engineered after I got rid of my own addictions. And there's also 2 free chapters of my guidebook there, free to download. So, hope you got some value from this video.